Hello and welcome to the Gondor campaign, and today then we're going to have some key battles over here, I think. Not here in Cair Andros, we're definitely going to lose that, and we've kind of allowed for that to happen. We've destroyed all of those buildings that we don't need, and in Minas Morgul hopefully we can hold on with Boromir, because he is up against Radzag, who has some Olog-hai, which they're going to be a real pain to deal with, but I'm thinking we've probably got just about enough to deal with that, and we do have some forces already training in Minas Tirith to go and aid him, and some of these units I already actually pulled from Cair Andros and Faramir's army. I pulled them in there just to retrain, and then in terms of buildings I've already put them in the queue, if I can only remember what I actually did now. In Kalembel, yes, we got a practice range, mainly so that we can gain access to those Blackroot Vale archers more readily. And then over here in Annulond, we got the Master Mason's Hall, so that we can get buildings more cheaply. I have been reading the comments, and the fiefdom way stations, I haven't ever actually built them, so I don't know how useful they are. Obviously, they retrain units, or fiefdom units, but like, there must be like some kind of cooldown on that. Now, you can't just any fiefdom unit. Surely you can't just put them in there and then you can always retrain them. There must be some kind of limit. But I don't know. However, I think I should build one somewhere. Perhaps we'll get one in E.Osgiliath here, just so we can then actually test it out. Because, yeah, it's good to test these things. And other than that, yep, we will be building up these regions over here. We will get roads in Daragrondost eventually, so we can actually do this journey in less, or in one turn rather. That will help us out a lot. But for now then, we are going to wait and see what happens over here. And here we go then. Radzag has made his attack. And we've already had a look at this. The only unit we really need to worry about are the Olog-hai.
Don't let them any further.
I've really piled the front gate with a lot of our units, and make sure everyone's on guard mode. We want to keep this formation as long as possible. Well, it's not quite as I hoped. I thought the spearmen would come all the way up to the wall, but never mind. And we've got some javelins to then throw over the heads of our men, and we've even got the Lamadan clansmen here. They're probably going to have to be thrown in against the trolls when they do break upon our line, because there are only armor-piercing units, and I don't think our cavalry will do a whole lot of good, but we might be able to get some charges here in this opening, and I'm also hoping that our archers can actually then shoot a lot of these orcs, like, just in the face, and they'll be coming for us shortly. If we win this battle, and we win it cleanly, then not only will we be able to hold on to Minas Morgul, then we might even be able to push out. I don't know. There are actually a couple of fairly large armies just around, so I don't know if that will be possible, but perhaps with the reinforcements that we're getting, that is possible. But they're just coming in with some orc maulers to start off with, and the rest of their units are quite far behind, to be honest. So
The enemy have taken them.
we should have no problems taking these guys out. Ah, well, the Olog-hai are here. I wonder if we can get some javelins on them. Oh, you're on fire at will! No! Oh, dear. Well, if I can just make sure that the final volley goes on the Olog-hai, because they've got 6 hit points. They're going to be a 12-man absolute unit until, well, for quite a while, I think. So it's going to be a real pain to take them out. And our arrows aren't going to do a whole lot, but I think we may as well just shoot into that gap. Because, yeah, it's good to get in there early. Because before they blob up, and then we might get some friendly fire later on down the line. But those are some good arcs. I'm a bit concerned as to what they're doing. Oh, they're just going for Boromir. Okay. Well, he could probably handle it for quite a while. Let's take you off. In fact, just come off defensive mode, you guys over there. I don't think it massively matters. And, oh, they're just going to and fro, aren't they? Well, we'll hold off on the Lamadon clan. Oh, that was weird, wasn't it? In fact, just go in. It doesn't really matter. You guys just make sure you do something to those trolls. We can't have them going through our lines like that. And the pikemen, they're going to have a bit of a rough time because they're going to be flanked over there. But otherwise, I think they'll do reasonably well. I'll be interested to see how many kills they get. They started off with about 53 men, I think. And the archers shooting very well. So far, we've killed 10% of the enemy. And they don't have... Oh, no, wait. There's more even back there. They've got a lot of units just sat outside of our gate. And they're just trying to pile on in here. A ballista... Oh, that was some severe frame dropping. A ballista here would actually be really good. Like, really good. I've kind of been converted to siege equipment somewhat after that one bridge battle. I feel like they're actually worth getting now into my armies. But if we could just get rid of those bloody trolls. Oh, they're already down to 9. That's good. I'm hoping that Boromir, he's going to get like 400 kills this battle. As soon as he's done with these trolls, then we're going to send him on it over there. And also our Gondor infantry, like, not our militia, but these guys, they massively outclass the orcs. So, hopefully, we'll do very well here. And then all of a sudden, they're actually down to 2 Olog-hai left. There's one over there, and defeat does not seem certain. I mean, actually, balance of power isn't massively in our favour. However, you know, we have just basically taken out their one good unit. The only thing left after these go down will be the general. And once the general goes down, they'll all run away. And it's at that point we'll probably send in the cavalry to kind of make sure we catch them all. Just to make sure that this army does get wiped out. Now, come on, just take out that last troll. Come on, come on, come on. The archer militia are out of ammunition. But there's one Olog-hai left. In fact, you just go in there. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure that last one has hardly any hit points left. And we've just got the Black Root Vale archers left to shoot their arrows in there. And wherever the enemy general is, hopefully, well, he is somewhere in this mosh pit. And hopefully we can find him and smite him. I think this is going pretty well so far. I thought it would go slightly worse. I never have real faith in my units. But as long as we've got a general, we seem to be quite fine. And look at that, we've still got 22 pikemen left. Even though they're... Oh, and there goes the captain. Or the general, rather. Because it's an actual general. And how's the morale looking? They're only shaken. We've got the first signs of some routing. We've got a few units going. But, yeah, there's still a lot here. And if I just go over the wall, yeah, they've still got, like, 4 units out here of, like, Orc Host, Orc Band or something. And until they go in, like, we're not going to be able to rout the entire army. And they don't look like they want to either, because they're just holding on to those ladders. Not knowing, of course, that ladders are completely useless on this battle map. You only need a ram to get in. You can't put any siege towers on here. Or here, so... well, obviously, because you can't get through the gateway. But we brought in Yorthon just close at hand, so he can potentially catch them. But I think what we'll have to do is make sure that we kill any of these, and then we'll just go along the bridge and keep smiting our foes. Because they're not going to drop the ladders, so we'll just have to fight them. And they'll probably have a few dribs and drabs coming back, like regaining their morale, but hopefully by doing that we'll see. We've only taken out 42% of them so far. And we've actually lost quite a few as well, so it's hard to say that this is going well. And in fact, that troll is still up. Oh, the troll has gone down. Okay then, everyone just push out and come at these Orc Band.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
And this actually kind of helps the FPS as well, because now I don't have to look at all the corpses that litter the gateway. So we're just going to fight here on this bridge. And Well, they're holding out quite well, but at least Boromir's really stuck in there. He's going to take him out. And actually, if we have a look at this battle map as well, if I could just, I'll turn off the UI. And they're like the, oh, they actually have a proper name. I can't remember what they are, but I think they're fairly similar to the ones that were outside the Tower of Cair Andros, which kind of stopped Frodo, or there was like, they almost stopped Frodo and Sam from, or rather Sam, going into the tower. And it was only, I can't remember what it was. Oh, this is so annoying. But despite the fact that he was actually wearing the One Ring, I think, so he was invisible going through the gateway into the Tower of Cair Andros to save Frodo. But these like statues kind of, there was a real pain for him to get over the threshold. So they have an actual name, but I just can't remember what they are. It's very cool that they put them here onto the battle map as well. We'll just send in the Black Root Vale Archers as well into melee, and we've even sent in Yorthon as cavalry bodyguard because they're still pretty good in melee, despite the fact that you shouldn't really put cavalry into extended melee, but like their Orc band are just so trash that it shouldn't really matter. And oh, they actually tied our Black Root Vale Archers. I thought maybe they'd be a good addition since everyone else is so tired, but everyone here then, you go on and attack the Orc coast, and we'll probably just get some charges in the rear or something. And yeah, we just need to break them, and then they'll leave our settlement alone. And there we go. We have managed to successfully defend Minas Morgul from that was actually the last stand. Not last stand. That was the scripted in army that was sent to actually retake this settlement. So we've kind of, yeah, we've dealt with that threat very well. So Boromir, he actually only killed 236, but quite a few of those must have been trolls, or a lot of damage was done to the trolls. 317 Gondor infantry. They took quite a lot of losses, but nevertheless, very well done. And those Amplas pikemen, 225. They only started the battle with like 53 men, I think it was, and execute them. Now we're probably going to be attacked over here in Cair Andros. Yep. I'm just going to auto resolve. There's nothing we can do. There's no towers or anything that you can use to your benefit. And then hopefully they just don't besiege us. Good. So, let's make sure that Boromir over here is safe. Let's have a look at first the damage that was caused to the army. Look at that, 3 tiers of experience. Very nice. Once we get melee weapon bonus on that as well, that'll get to 12 attack, and then total defense, we could probably get that up to 22 at least. I think the advanced blacksmith, I don't know what it is for Gondor, I'll have to look it up, but you might even get up to like 24. So out of Minas Morgul, I've taken these 4 units out because I think we've got some kind of replacement for that. Yep, so we can put, oh, we've got a lot more than I thought, and then those guys as well. Oh, very nice. And we could even take those, but maybe we should be sending them north, because we do need to get a move on in some respects to actually go and take out, or perhaps go and besiege the Black Gate, and at some point we'll go down to Osterthil as well. And maybe those Gondor spearmen would be best suited for that, because they're not very good against melee infantry at all. Now, if we look here, what do we have here? In fact, let's just merge those, and then those 48 as well. I'll bring them back and get them retrained. But now we've got, what kind of army composition do we have? I'd say that we've got enough there to hold out, although I'm going to take these 2 units out of there, and we're going to retrain them as well. And then I'm going to just put in, like, those Gondor spearmen, which I thought I had here somewhere. Or did I put them in there? Oh, they're there. Okay, so you could go in there, and then you also. And then I think that will see Boromir well for a time, at least. And actually, check that out. We've got gold armor upgrades now on our militia. So 16 defense, 8 armor, and 4 shield means that they'll be very good against archers. And particularly Candish archers and their Variag horse archer units. Or Candish riders, or I can't remember what they're called. But Minas Tirith, yeah, we already know that. And it got the Steward's Hall, which means then that we can actually... yeah, we've got more free upkeep as well, things like that. So we can actually recruit units more, so that we can actually recruit more units at the same time, which is very handy. Now I put in the Númenórean armourer, so then our very best units as well. This is the highest tier of armour that we can get, at least from our own settlements, I believe. Blacksmith, yeah. So that's tier 5 blacksmithing, which is excellent. Then once we get to the barracks event in about 12, 13 turns or so, then we'll get our very best units rolling out with their best armor and whatnot. Londgalen got the Masons Guildhouse or whatever it's called. So now I'm going to get the roads. Oh, that actually gives a massive bonus. So 1652. Yeah, and not only that, this is a really long region, and Anfalas actually means the long coast, so if you didn't know that, but it'll help us a lot with actually moving our troops up and down this coast. And that enemy army was destroyed. Oh, that's just for Cair Andros, and it was sacked, but we already destroyed pretty much everything there, and they'll replace all the important buildings by the time we get it back. And where can we actually get archers retrained? I know we can get you retrained there, and cavalry, I think you have to come all the way back over here. We should really think about getting some stables around here as well. And archers, we can get you retrained in Longalen. Okay. And Hirluin then, I think this all looks pretty clear around here. Isengard, it's got a fair amount of units. Rohan's got a lot of units there. I think I'm just going to besiege Fahlberg. We'll put in a ram there. But let's just make I'm sure Isengard have got something out here. Well, there's one force there of Ishka. And what's in here? First Captain Lurtz, Factionaire. I'm sure he comes with Berserkers, yeah. Well, that would be very good to wipe him out, at least. Hopefully they actually come out and attack us. Or perhaps we can get some help from the Rohirrim. Also very handy. Now, we've actually got no money left. Do we have some to retrain? Yes, we do. So, it does look like Kandar are about to come and attack us again. But they don't really have anything there. All we'd really need is some cavalry. So, I think I'm just going to retrain those Pinatgelin cavalry. Oh, we've still got a bit more money. I'll get the archers, and then that's everything. So if they do besiegers in Eastern Osgiliath, I will actually fight that battle. I'll just have the Pinatgelin cavalry coming in to reinforce from over the bridge. It won't take them very long to trot over. And look at the amount of heroic battles that there are here, or sites of famous battles. There's a few. In fact, there's a few more. And yet we still haven't really gained any ground. It's ridiculous how good Mordor are. And I was really hoping that Kand was going to side with us, or with the Blue Wizards, but they haven't. Because, then they would have allied with us and Dol Amroth, and they would have gone to war with all these other factions. But Dol Amroth actually look like they're doing okay, and I've totally forgotten that we do actually have an army coming over here. And we really would like to get these retrained with the extra armor bonus, since we do have that available. Oh, and we've got more units coming over here. So you keep coming down here as well. And soon, how many archers do we have? We've got we've got 2 units of archers. Do we not have any more? Oh, there's 2 more in here. Okay, so we've got 4 archers. Then we'll have, how many units of cavalry? We've got 2 units of cavalry as well. Then we've got a bunch of spearmen. I think we'll go in and attack that army. But first I am going to get those armor upgrades. And then we might, I think, taking Territoros would be really good. Because at that point, usually Kand hold this region as well. They get these regions, I think, in the turn 1 auto expansion, or this is Rebel. Well, we'll see anyway, but if we take Tirthoros, it's we won't have a land border with the forces of the Haradrim yet, so they're not going to come and attack us. I mean, obviously the Ardenheim will, but they already are at war with us, so it's not really a huge issue. And by taking that, we could even consider giving that to Dol Amroth, but how are they doing over here? I mean, they look to be doing okay. And once we've handled Mordor, I think now the coast is clear to take Cair Andros, so get a few more troops over here, and the next load of units then will go north to get the Black Gate as well. Erebor has been besieged once again, probably by Orcs of Gundabad. Bree is probably going to go down because I think Angmar took Fornos Derain already. And I totally... What? Goblins of Moria, the most advanced faction? I don't think I've ever seen that, like ever. Brethil got land clearance, so we can get some kind of smithing work there. But we can only get a leather tanner, so it's not really that good, really, is it? And I thought this was almost... Oh no, we literally just put in the roads. But over here in Daragrondos, to get those roads, I'm first going to get the Mason Sword, because we're probably going to get land clearance first. Because whilst we don't really need to grow this region into a stronghold, because, I mean, it's got a lot to grow. Like, you don't get that many bonuses from turning a castle into a stronghold. You just get an extra tier of barracks, but I think you already get all the units that you would anyway. You just get more availability. And it's not going to be a massively key recruitment centre either, because it's so far out the way, so I'm not really bothered by the settlement size. Now, what if I just break this siege and attack that? Oh, the fools. There's nothing really here. They've got some Uruk Reavers, that's like the only full strength unit. I think Hirluin himself could probably take out that entire force there. And by doing so, we'll wipe out the garrison in here. And also, more, you know, the more impressive thing here is taking out the berserkers of First Captain Lurtz. So, let's go on and smite them. I guess... Oh, they're a lot closer than I thought they would be. We're going to have to do a quick switcheroo here. That did not go to plan. I'll tell you what, let's come out... What is a good spot? Because there's a bit of a hill there. So if we just come to there or something, that's probably okay. And I'm just going to send Hirluin alone to kind of deal with all this. I think, yeah, he's going to deal with this no problem. Right then, charge number 1. And down goes the captain instantly. There we go. So that's step 1. Now, it's really hard to... There's no point charging into the rear of a retreating unit, which is why I had to chase them all the way around here and then charge, like, in from the front. But by taking out the captain there instantly, I think we're probably in the clear. And if I just put those guys on fire at will, hopefully we can entice them into attacking us. I don't know where the Uruk-hai or the berserkers are. But the berserkers are probably the best unit to actually shoot, since they've got no armor. And we're just doing these really crappy arcing shots. Take your fire at will and then stop firing. And then go at this kind of angle, if you could. And Hirluin has charged into the archers and looks like he's struck them down. Now we've kind of got our pikes and our spears in the front here. And then we've got the Gondor militia on the flank. They're not really a strike infantry unit, but for what we've got, they kind of are. So everyone just shoot at the berserkers. And this is what they look like when they're not upgraded. They look very much like they do in the film. But they do have 2 hit points, so shooting them once isn't enough. But pretty much the second volley will probably kill a few of them. So there's 77 down to 76, 75, and oh god. Oh well, here's what it is. Doesn't really matter if he takes a few casualties, but we do kind of want him to get over there, because we'll need him to fight the rest of the army. And, oh, they've got some Dunlending horse. Oh, we, of course, don't have the spears on the flank anymore. Right. Well, now just shoot the archers, and we'll probably just go into melee with the berserkers. Well, our archer friend is in trouble, but in comes Hirluin. And takes him out. And then over here we've got the berserkers. And they're up against our Gondor militia, but we're flanking them. And, you know, no unit does well when they're completely surrounded. Because they just get that stagger effect, and then eventually, you know, they just keep on blocking or taking the hit. And then the animation just, yeah, keeps them stun locked forever. And they'll die eventually, no matter how bad a unit is. And we've crushed the opposition over here. Now, the Uruk-hai are still over here as well. So we send these fellas to deal with that, or just to intercept them. And if you guys just want to shoot at those horsemen, because they're being a real pain. And yeah, over here it's literally just Lurtz left now. So just showcasing how good just numbers sometimes can be. And actually that's also why, like, factions like Orcs of the Misty Mountains, like true horde nations where they just numbers is everything, they're not actually that difficult, despite the fact that their units aren't very good, because they could just outnumber any force that they come across. And we did take a charge in the back, but can't be everywhere. And over here they take a charge, and will they run away? They probably will. Yeah, there they go. Now it is just those archers over there. So archers just all shoot at the, in fact no, shoot at those, shoot at them. If the archers could just stop firing now, because we're going to go in for a charge at the archers. Lurtz is still here fighting. He does actually look like Lurtz. But because he's got so many hit points that he's going to take a really long time to actually go down. And shoot the horses. If we could just get rid of them, that would be fantastic. And now stop. Oh, God's sake. They're just going to keep on charging. If we could just get them. Get them now. Get them. Make sure they don't manage to get out of there. Down goes Lurtz, and that'll probably be game over. GG. And off go the horses. And it's just the archers here. You don't have to go and chase them anymore. It's fine. And let's just make sure that we wipe out this archer unit. So I don't want to have to fight them in the garrison. Nice, that's enough. Excellent. Well, we take Fahlberg. Now, it's basically, do we want to hold on to it? Yes or no? And hopefully this works. And then we can just go into Fahlberg. And I'll probably just occupy.
We have vanquished the enemy.
You don't actually get a whole lot of money from sacking. Like, 2 grand isn't all that much. And by the looks of it, we can already upgrade it to a large town. Well, we've already given Isen run to Rohan. Do we really need to give them Fahlberg as well? What's the culture like? We've got 2%. 2%. That is not a whole lot. But everything here looks like something we can take use of. And actually, the carpenter's hut is very good. Very good indeed. Well, let's first get the library, I suppose. And, well, they've got 3 regions still. Or 1, 2, 3, 4 regions. So they won't get their last stand script yet. But when they do get it, and this is maybe a little sneaky on my behalf, because it'll spawn probably somewhere around here, because it's close to their capital, and they'll probably head straight for Eisenrun rather than us. And there's quite a few Rohirrim or Rohirric armies around there, so they'll probably soften them up nicely before we go in and take them out. And perhaps we'll go and take these extra regions. But I'd like Rohan to be strong, because, you know, then they'll take out Dunland, hopefully, and people like that. There are a couple of armies coming towards Minas Morgul, but we can definitely take them. It's only if there were to be one headed by Nazgul with a lot of size should we have to be worried, but they're not going to be sending them. I think we've definitely got them on the ropes. We just need to kind of give them, or deal the killing blow, if you like. But we've got such a strong position, and we're just getting flanked or getting attacked by so many people. If you leave a flank unguarded, then we'll lose a settlement, and having fought so hard to get Minas Morgul, I'd hate to lose it. Or indeed, even E.Osgiliath. Now, they've got a couple armies here. That is no trouble at all. That's a bit more annoying because they've got so many units, but I think we can bring... Archers would be really good here, so we'll bring them in. And what else can we bring? Oh yeah, and then we'll bring in the cav, and I think that'll probably be enough. We can probably also retrain them over the end turn. Would have been good if we'd retrained those, to be honest. Oh, I'm just going to bring them in and merge, actually. And then the leftover, you can scuttle back to Minas Tirith and get retrained there. Excellent. And I'd really like it if Balaknar Sunfire actually came over and attacked us. I don't really want to fight them in the field because yeah, archers just don't do very well. Like low range archers, because like you've only got a small amount of time for them to effectively shoot. And then after that you have to run them around the side to get shots in the back, because otherwise they do that arcing shot and it does absolutely nothing. So I'm thinking perhaps we should... well, we certainly don't need Forlong here. Like, I'm going to send the spy, have a look at Gelebrin, because if we can just... Oh, they've got Emin Wheel as well. Maybe we should just march on... I think we should march on the Black Gate as soon as possible.
Maintain order.
Like, as soon as possible. Like, right now. How little can Faramir cope with? So if he keeps... well, no, that's not going to work. We need to retrain these units. If these were all full, then Forlong could take like a half stack over there. He just needs to besiege the settlement, really. And that'll be absolutely fine, because then they can't bring anything through there. It'll all just be through here. And then we could potentially just sneak in over there, take that. And we'll get attacked by these little crappy armies. And we'll wipe them out with ease. And then, you know, it's far easier that way. So, I'm just going to retrain... mainly for armor, but of course some of these units do get entities or soldiers into their battalions, which is very good, and we'll retrain that unit. Anything over here as well? Well, let's just get them as well, and... No, let's not get them, because I think we've got... Oh no, we already dealt with that. Okay then, and that's just for armor, whatever. And we've got 1 grand in the bank. I'm just going to keep it for the next turn, because we will probably get a lot of things being built somewhere. Let's move on. I don't really want a Merchants Guild in Fahlberg, no. I'd rather have it somewhere with more mercantile trade. That's a bit... That doesn't really make sense, but I just... It's a rubbish settlement to get a Merchants Guild in, and... Oh, there is a large army. I thought, like, Edoras was, like, completely undefended then. But we could go and take Ginyard as well. And then that would definitely spawn the Last Stand script. And I did also notice that Glairebeam actually defeated some force of Isengard over here. They don't look like they're coming at us at all. And Enedwythe still aren't really doing anything, because they do have the potential to screw things up. And they're still only... And our relations are actually getting worse. And hopefully, well, basically, let's just make sure that Isengard won't be a problem, really, for us anymore. So, by the time that they attack us. So I'm thinking, I don't really want to attack. It's just annoying having to attack them. I think we could, if we just marched... Oh, they've only got 1 unit in there. It's Saruman. Saruman is the only unit in there. We're going to go for a ballsy play. Territorial Guardsmen and Hirluin. I think he'll probably fancy that. And they won't call in this army. Not that they'd even make it anyway. Hirluin and some Territorial Guardsmen. Okay, so... The game will think that it's in their favour, right? Because... Saruman's unit is absurdly good. It's a 10 melee attack, which is armor piercing. He obviously inspires nearby troops, but that's irrelevant. He actually does also frighten nearby the frightened nearby enemy, but again, that's irrelevant because we'll have a general. But 12 armor-piercing missile attack with a crossbow and 30 defense. We will put that to the test by charging him in the rear. So actually, it's only 23. So I think we'll easily beat that. And E.Osgiliath. Oh, we got besieged over here. Yeah.
I will not waste words on you.
That's really... I'm not even going to go out and fight that. I'm going to let them attack us. Because they've got so much cavalry. We've got 1, 2, 3 units of spears. We've got some archers as well. We'll just hold right at the opening or whatever. I mean, they'll probably just bum rush for the town square. Which will be really, really annoying. But yeah, the spearmen will handle all of the cavalry with these. And yeah, our cavalry will handle all of their infantry. So if they want to give it a go, it'll be easy even with that general, I think. And faction... yeah, nothing's really happening. A lot of retraining done. And do we have enough forces here? No, we still don't. We could even attack that force right there. And we then take Cirith again. But it is still heavily damaged. We'd have to rebuild all those buildings. I'm going to wait for more to come, like, show up. And then we'll get a bigger prize. Gelebrin has Nuful. Actually, this must be like their last orcish bodyguard left. Because I'm sure we've killed them all. So he's got very little there. But we could splinter off Yorton. Maybe Yorton will splinter off along with Forlong and they'll go out and fight. Because Yorton is kind of wasted in Minas Morgul. He's not very good in fighting in settlements. And Warlord Orash is still here. Being a pain in the ass. So let's just keep on with the retraining. 4 units there, and we've still got 3,973. Well, how about then we get a fiefdom way station in, or let's get it in Cair Andros. Yeah, I mean that's actually all of our money right there. But it'll just be interesting to see what it's like, I guess. So who do we want to retrain? We'll get the territorial guardsmen first, and we've already put those in. Is there anything? We've still got a bit of money, so we can actually get those as well. Excellent. Very good. And so next turn, we will hopefully take out Saruman. And we might even kill them off by regicide. That's something I didn't even consider. Because we just took out the faction heir. They might not have actually assigned another faction heir. Because Isengard tend to have a lot of generals. Unless I've forgotten who it was over there. The name will come to me in a sec. Ugluk. Yeah, Ugluk might be the faction heir now because he's a starting general as well. So, despite the fact that we're going to take out Saruman, we won't take out the faction. But let's see. Okay, well, we weren't actually attacked by Saruman, which is very disappointing. I might just have to weaken the army a little bit. But this is the battle at hand. So the Variags of Khand come at us. And E.Osgiliath, they've neglected Birhor, or Birhur, over there. And Captain Aaron, seems very normal name. But he's coming at us. Who is the captain? One of the marauders. Yeah, so not a particularly difficult unit to take down. And balance of power is in our favour.
Don't let them any further.
I'd usually hold... On this battle map, I'd usually hold, like, right there. But the amount of units that they've actually got over there means that they would just, like, use the mass and just run through us. And we'd, even though, like, we'd kill loads of them, we'd equally, like, get a lot of our folks killed by doing that. So I've left the Gondor militia over there in the town square, because they will eventually make it through. But we've just got all of our spearmen here at this bridge. And our archers, hopefully, will be able to just shoot right here. But they look like they're sending... What are they sending over here? Oh, they're marauders. That is the captain, I think. That guy is the captain. I think if we just compare... Yeah, they don't have one. Oh, this is the Nomad Horseman. Where is the other unit of Marauders? Here we go. Okay, yeah. So this guy over here is the one we need to kill. So I think then we're going to shuffle this fella all the way to this gate, because that's the way they're going to come. And then maybe we'll use the Gondor militia as well. But first, get you over there. I'm just going to walk for now. Oh yeah, also, mini-map shows that that is the captain. So I think with their morale being so low, they're basically orcs. We'll be able to hopefully take them out. So here come the Nomad Horsemen. Let's put the general here then, maybe. So we've got this flank assured, and let's shoot right there. Taking a few down. Now shoot at the Marauders. There's hardly any of those nomads. Looks like we're getting some good kills here. Definitely. And we may have to run you. In fact, let's just move the Gondor militia over there. I think that'll be okay. We'll run you over there. 'Cause, are they coming? Oh, they are coming now. They definitely are coming. And here then, they're going to get absolutely slaughtered by our spearmen. In fact, I think we can maybe just stop firing, because their infantry are so far behind. Let's just go in and attack them. Get involved. Well, let's not tire ourselves out. We'll just walk, and we'll catch them around here, and perhaps cavalry can come over here. I don't think we've got bonus against cavalry with them. No, we don't. And actually, their secondary attack is awful. They're sending a few more forces in here, but it really doesn't matter. Like, our general is an absolute beast against cavalry. Like, that's his one main thing, really. I don't think we've fought against Khand yet, actually. We have, in terms of auto-resolve, but this is what their marauders look like. This is like their militia. The Khand are like a very cavalry-focused nation, so they've got at every tier a cavalry unit, and they particularly specialise in cavalry archers. But marauders are like their peasants. They do look very cool, though. There's a distinct eastern theme with them, and we're looking like we're getting shot. Oh, they've got some Candish raiders, and here are some of their horse archers. And then over here we've been attacked by the marauders. Brilliant. And and our spearmen are almost on hand. In fact, we can just run you the rest of the way. And where is the captain, El Capitano? He's somewhere around there, but I'm sure we'll get him. We don't need to send in the cavalry, I don't think. It's just a waste. We'll save them for mopping up the units over here. And shoot the step archers. That is a good target. I think they've got like a 2 missile attack. Yeah, 4 armor. In fact, I don't think we've got loads of armor either. Oh, we've got 7. And one thing that's kind of annoying is that when these guys are done, they actually go to sword and shield. But if you go to their stats, they don't have a shield. So, yeah. Like, what's going on there? And what's going on over here? Go and kill those marauders. They're the ones with the captain. Is that him? No, it isn't. The marauders over here look like they've got armor upgrades. That's a nomad horseman. Yeah, these have got armor upgrades. So they do get visual bonus. They get that kind of arm sleeve thing. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like some kind of rudimentary armor. Oh, shoot the Candish hunters. They're actually really good. They actually do have a shield. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. They're not too bad in melee either. In fact, they're better than our archer militia. But they are the precise unit that we should really be sending in against with our cavalry. And they've got some steppe tribesmen over here. They're javelin warriors. I wonder if we can get a good charge in this environment. Now, General's still at 35. He's doing totally fine. And over here, we're slaughtering them as well by the looks of it. Lancers down. Will we get them down? Will we get them down? No. Oh, last second. But I don't think it did any... Oh no, it did. It definitely worked. It definitely worked. Oh, excellent. So we are just waiting for the captain to go down, because I think what is going to happen is that they're just going to instantly rout as soon as it does. And these guys are already wavering, but we can't really remain in melee with them because they do have spears as their secondary, and they will wreck us. Now, General, go ahead and just march out and smite these archers over here. And we are almost out of arrows as well. Just shoot the remainder over there. And now, if we can get one more charge, they will definitely rout. And then over here, we whittled away. I mean, the Gondor militia have suffered a little bit. Yeah, they did get a charge. They have suffered a little bit because they don't have a bonus against cavalry. And actually, the Nomad Horsemen aren't that bad. 5 attack, 10 defense. Their secondary is 4. But because they've got an axe, I'm wondering if that's armor-piercing damage. So it could be, because their melee or infantry variant is an armor-piercing unit. So that makes me think that they are armor-piercing with their secondary as well. And generals come out here, and their general is running. And we, of course, ride for the glory of Gondor. Oh, there he is. I don't think we'll be able to catch him. I can't even click over here. Oh no, that's not him. He's in that unit over there. Oh, and he's going to go straight into our spearmen. And then he'll die. So we don't even have to chase him. Oh no, they're going across the river. Right. We could just... Oh, we're not going to get a charge in here. We'll just fight them. I'm sure this will be over in a tick. There we go, 91% killed. We don't have to go any further. I think the general probably got the golden sword. Yes, he did. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Off they go. Okay then, well, this is actually a good building. This is a building that I could get on board with, but we can't take it right now. And Breeze just F's in the chat, basically. And they're coming with 2 Nazgul generals now, but no, we're still okay. But I think we'll have to take them out before we can aspire to march out with any force of war to the north. I wonder if we could just go out and kill that general. Oh no, but they're cavalry archers. And they're armor piercing as well, so you can't just like stand there with the general and take it. Now they're probably going to attack us. And I mean, I'll give them 1 turn, and then I'll defend it, because defending takes less of my time. And Anulon, wait, what did I get you? Master Mason's Hall. Yeah, and another reason why you don't want to get the swordsman or the sword bonus building is because, yeah, we wouldn't get any use out of it. Let's pop in the dirt paths. They only take 3 turns now. Callan had got roads. Look at that income. Woo! So much money. And I could get the Fiefdom way station there as well, but we're going to lay off it for a moment, because I just want to see what it's like in Cair Andros before we go any further. And look at that money that we're making now. That definitely has improved it by a lot. Yeah. What can we get now that would actually help us? Now, the port isn't going to do us anything, because one thing is right there. The only region it could, if it would, trade with is Gelebrin. Yeah, it would only be Gelebrin. And even that, I'm fairly sure these ports don't actually add to trade. Like, I've never seen them having any trade routes, so I'm not even going to get that. The only reason why you would, though, like, if we had loads of money, it would be the population growth bonus, because it's one of the few ways you can increase that in a castle. And we've got ways to go for a stronghold, but I think other than that, well, let's get... we don't need stable. We need to think of, like, where are we going to spend this money. So I'm going to get land clearance. Is there any point in getting land clearance, though? I mean, it makes, like, 30 gold. And 0.5 bonus to population growth. I'll get the dirt paths, because that is something that we definitely will need. And most advanced faction is us, yay! But this is a real bummer. Ishgar's attacked us, and I don't think that we can't really cheese a siege when we've got no art. Oh, but we can make it there with Dwindling over here. And Shag Duff is going to come and save Ginyard. That's a real shame. I'm thinking, what happened here was, that Rohirric army there moved to where it is now, because the good nations have their turn before the bad nations. That's how, when over the course of the end turn, when they flick through at the top of the screen. So he clearly moved there, and then Saruman was like, no, I can't fight them. But if it was just us, he probably would have. However, we are going to have to move back, because that army is looking threatening. And oh, would you look at that, he can make it all the way back. That is fantastic. In fact, what would... Oh, we'd have to sally out. Oh, he can't make it. That is disappointing. But next episode, I'm going to then march out of Fahlberg, which... Oh, we didn't even build the large town. I thought I was having that in progress. Oh, I didn't put it in. Which means we might lose Fahlberg. I mean, I'll maybe just pull everyone out apart from the 86. 45, sorry. Sorry, 22. We'll pull all of them apart from the 22. Oh, the 143 then. And we'll attack this army here. Like that. And we'll actually get Hirluin in reinforcement there. So yeah, we'll kill off that army. And there will be some rioting over here. But it won't go over... It won't go rebel after just one turn of rioting. But that army there is a real nuisance. It's going to be a real pain in the ass. Because it means that we can't just walk into these regions. But perhaps we will in the future. And then we will get attacked. Hopefully in Minas Morgul we'll beat that. And over here as well. I'd quite like it if all of them came together. And some cavalry would be really good. Because that way then we could actually grab those generals when they flee. But don't rout. But thank you very much for watching. And before I finish, I'd just like to apologise. Because if I've been slightly less energetic, it's just because... Yeah, long days, short nights. That's all I can say. And then also the Woodland Realm campaign. A couple of you have asked in the comments of the DCI video that I posted yesterday. I will be releasing, I think, a couple more videos on it. They'll be like condensed, like highlight videos almost of the turns, rather than like turn by turn going through construction phases, whatever have you. It's just I haven't had the time to piece together the jigsaw of all the different videos together, and I have to do a bit of a voiceover for it as well. It's just a lot of brain power right now. But on Sunday evening, I think I'll be able to whack that together, and I'll get that out as soon as possible. But I'm really enjoying the Gondor campaign. It's getting better, and soon we will be at the barracks event. It's only 8 turns or 9 turns off or something like that. And then we get the shiny new units, and then hopefully also we will soon have a booming economy. And once we start wiping out these armies, you know, Fanulon's army is almost ready to strike out, and we will be able to beat that army. We might struggle with that army, and it might be in our best interest just to help Dol Amroth actually take the region of, or the town of Baradhan. And then, you know, I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. I want you to. I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.